What is up, my YouTubians, Slayin Saiyans, and Cobra guys? I'm Asherella, Original Asherella. This is Original Asherella, and today's video is going to be an r/relationship advice post. Now, I said this way long time ago that I am perhaps the world's least qualified person to be giving relationship advice in any capacity. I mean, my personal experiences have went from, you know, kind of terribly toxic, and am certainly much more happier these days, but definitely not traditional. So, my qualifications to be giving relationship advice is about zero. But my unique experience might just make me that much more qualified to be giving relationship advice, but I'm still gonna do it anyway. And today's video is, if I don't fall over, is not really a romantic dynamic relationship advice post. This is definitely more of like a family dynamic relationship advice post. There's certainly a romantic aspect to it, and this is a really kind of strange and weird situation that I definitely have some thoughts on, and I'm going to pick that apart in just a minute. But before I get into that, you know what to do. Make sure you subscribe to Original Asherella. Leave me a like and a comment. Follow me on my social media and gently caress the notification bell so you know every single time I upload a video. Okay, guys, like I said, this is a super unusual situation from this r/relationship advice video. It is hot as heck in here, and I really don't want to take off my super cute. This jacket was one of my Goodwill California scores. It was like $14. Super freaking cute guest jacket with a lining that reminds me of Beetlejuice. So I love it so much, but it is seriously hot in here, so I'm gonna have to lose it at least momentarily. But okay, let's get into it and let me stop running my mouth. This was posted to r/relationship_advice on Reddit, and the user is RA_plural. Okay, and the title is, I, 22 female, found out that my dad, 45 male, had a lot of photos of my best friend, 21 female, on his laptop. My mom, 43 female, kicked him out of the house, and now my siblings, 10 male, 8 female, hate me. Woo, that was a long title. Okay.
So, this friend, 21 female, and I, 22 female, have been friends since we were 16 and 17 years old. She was always like another member of the family. My parents used to treat her like another child, and we would never have expected something like that.
I'm assuming like that, like the title.
They've been married, the parents, for 25 years, and I used to think that their marriage was perfect. They never fought, it seemed they loved each other madly, but it wasn't like that because a few weeks ago I found a pen drive where my dad, 45 male, has about 400 photos of my best friend. At least I wasn't surprised because some of his photos are from 2 years ago, and 2 years ago he portrayed her for an exhibition. He's a portraitist, but later I saw more recent photos that were not taken with her consent, and if that wasn't enough, he has many more photos than he took from his sketchbook. He has a sketchbook full of portraits of her, and in some of them he portrayed her without clothes, and I'm so sad because in 25 years he only portrayed my mom, 43 female, about 3 times, I think. But suddenly he has a sketchbook with at least 40 portraits of my best friend.
Okay, time out. The writing on this is horrible, and that was legitimately, everything I just read was only like 3 sentences. It was like sentence, one huge long run-on sentence. So excuse me for stumbling through it a little bit. It's kind of hard to read because of the writing. And okay, also we have established that her mom is 43 and female, her dad is 45 and female, and she and her friend are both female and 21 and 22. Okay, so back to this post.
I confronted him immediately, and he didn't even try to deny it. He just said he was sorry, but he couldn't help it. He's in love with my best friend. I asked him if he was cheating on Mom with her, and he said no, that she, my friend, doesn't know anything about it, and that I should not say anything, but I did. I was so mad that I showed everything to my mom, and now she wants to get divorced. She kicked him out of the house, and she's so sad. She cries all the time, and my siblings, 10 male and 8 female, blame me because they think I caused them to separate. I also talked to my friend, and she denied that anything happened between them. She told me that she always treated him like a father, and she never thought of him as a man to flirt with, and I believe her because she's not that kind of girl, and because she has a boyfriend, and I know that she's very much in love with him, and they're planning to get married.
Once again, there was one period. That was 2 sentences. Anyway. Whew, okay.
And that made me feel good because I didn't want to lose her too. But guilt is killing me. My siblings miss our dad and don't want to talk to me because they're mad at me. Even my little brother told me that he hates me because it's my fault Mom kicked out our dad out of the house. Maybe I should have waited for him to tell my mom or something. I was really impulsive and ruined our family. I know I should have reacted differently. What can I do now to make them feel better?
Oh my goodness. Okay. Oh. Okay, despite that being like so hard to read and legitimately one of the hardest ones I've had to read because of the actual writing and structuring of the post, like, oh my god, what a whack scenario to find yourself in. Like, is it not? Okay, we've got a girl in her 20s who her teenage best friend, you find out your dad is obsessed with them. Like some Poison Ivy vibes going on here, and I don't think, there's nothing in the post to make me think that the friend, instigated anything, but dad definitely has some issues, and while a 21, 22, and 43 year, I mean, that's a huge age gap, but it's really not that big of a deal because they both are full-fledged adults at this point. You guys know that I am hardcore anti-adults, people that are like, full-fledged adults, like, 18, 19, into their 20s, hitting on young teen girls. Like, that is something that I take huge issue with because there is a huge maturity difference between teenager and early 20s. And, I'm all about calling out grooming and predatory behavior in that way. This, I think, is totally different because, the dad, didn't make any moves on the friend. But, okay, my first thought is, how long has this been going on? Like, has he been obsessed with this girl since she was 16, 17? Has he been sketching this child or this woman now nude when she was a child? Because that opens a whole can of worms. So let's just assume that this infatuation did not start until she was in her adulthood. Obviously, the dad is like in a funk in the marriage, and I don't think there's any excuse for what he did. He definitely needs therapy. The dad definitely has some issues of his own, but OP in the story, she's wanting to know what she can do to make her family feel better because of her impulsive behavior. First of all, little brother and sister that are 8 years old and 10 years old, like, they are so young. They have no way to put any of this into context. They really probably honestly don't even know exactly what's going on. They just know that big sister told mom something and dad got mad and left. And so that's all they know. They probably have no real concept of, like, sexual attraction or anything like that. So there really isn't a way that they can, like, see the situation from OP's point of view. So you really cannot get upset with the kids for being upset. They don't know who else to blame, or they don't have any other reason to blame anyone else. That's all they know and all they see. But they are children, and, if the mom is a good mom, she will, talk to them and be like, it's not your sister's fault, and she really shouldn't throw the dad under the bus, because there's nothing I hate more than parents trying to put the other one against their children, or, like, making the children go against the other parent. That is the shittiest way you can parent if you are split up and separated. So hopefully she won't do that, but I do hope the mom, you know, does take the time to talk to the siblings. I don't really think that there's anything the OP can do to make her siblings feel better other than just being like a good big sister for them while, you know, they're going through this really difficult time. At this point, I don't see how you could really salvage a marriage knowing that, you know, your husband was infatuated with your daughter's best friend and drawing her nude and things like that. Yeah, that's a pretty rough one, and it's not like he cheated, but it's also not like he has some type of, you know, infatuation or in love with some random person too. The fact that it is his daughter's best friend makes this situation so much weirder. I really do think that OP needs to talk to the mom again, because I feel like they're internalizing a lot of this. I don't really think that her behavior was like hasty. I think she maybe should have probably, after she confronted the dad about it, maybe given him the opportunity to come clean. I'm not sure what good it did to tell the friend unless she felt like the friend was in some type of like danger because of her dad. I definitely would have done things differently if I were in this situation. So dad definitely has some problems. OP can't do much to change the situation at this point. I don't think she should have told the friend. I think she needs to talk to the mom again and you know, encourage the mom to talk to the younger siblings about how it's going to be okay, because you know it really is going to be okay. These people, if they divorce and dad goes this way and mom goes this way, they don't need to drag their children into it. They need to be as respectful as they can of one another. You know, mom, I'm sure she's hurting right now, and after 25 years it's going to be really hard, but I'm sure she will, you know, she will find a way to cope. She definitely needs therapy too. And friend, it's gonna be hard to bring that friend around anybody for a while. So the biggest thing is like OP may have, not the biggest thing, but one of the things is OP may have, you know, ruined the relationship with the best friend too by telling her what was going on. And then even had she not told her, I'm not sure this could have came out and her really kept a best friendship with this girl. Whew, okay, that was a lot. I think that's really all I have to say or have to think about this. This was definitely not the typical r/relationship advice post. There are some very unique ones on there. A lot of them are like, oh, I think my girlfriend is cheating on me, or how do I get so-and-so to show me more attention, and that kind of thing. But this one was definitely unique and not like one I'd seen on there before, so I wanted to cover it. But let me know what you think about all this thing down in the comments below. I'm Asherella. This is Original Asherella. Make sure if you don't already subscribe to my channel. Please subscribe to my channel. Gently press the notification bell. Find me on my social media accounts. Always tap in, never tap out, and keep on slaying like a Saiyan.
Don't wanna